comes from Monaco. But the Umana Reyer Venezia fans here, they've got the popcorn, and they will be going up against a Monaco team that's been great. Both these teams have been terrific all season, but their title hopes came to an end in the last round. As you can see, Tenerife beating Umana Reyer Venezia, and Banvit overcame AS Monaco. In fact, Banvit had to come from behind to beat Monaco. That was one that maybe got away from the French league leaders, but they'll try to leave the Final Four on a high. Well, I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Lloyd Gardner once again. And if you're looking for opinions, Lloyd's got plenty of them. And I'm curious, Lloyd, we'll be talking about this today. Monaco, Umana Reyer Venezia, Bearstar Tenerife, and Banvit. There's plenty of incentive to win this game, isn't there, this first game?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot, Jeff. I think there's two teams with a lot of comparisons as well. You know, both Monaco and Venezia both had exceptional first quarters. Yesterday, they both led through big stretches of the game, but they just didn't have the depth or the quality to knock off one of the top two teams in Banvit and Tenerife. They've also, of course, the nominations went out today, or the selections today. For me, they both got members of the All-Star 5 that was announced that underperformed yesterday in the semi-final. So looking at Venezia, you know, Melvin Ejim, the number 3, has had a tremendous season, really has been impressed with his play, but yesterday underwhelming, just 3 points, 1 of 7 shooting from the field, and we'll be looking for him to step up.
And for Monaco?
Well, you get on to Zach Wright. Similar, you know, had an outstanding season as well, but 3 of 11, 7 points for him. Foul trouble plagued Monaco in their game. They intentionally tried to slow the game down, disrupt the rhythm of Banvit through fouling, and it came back to hurt them. A lot of guys had to sit with foul problems. You look at Brandon Davis, Steve Boss, Zach Wright, all of those guys had to sit out for valuable stretches, and at the end of the game, they just didn't have the momentum then.
Well, there's Ejim. You mentioned it. Stefano Canut, the Italy international. The team that, you know, they had a great start, but even if they'd been turning on all cylinders, it would have been difficult to beat Bearstar Tenerife when Tenerife even aren't at their best, because we know that they come at you in waves, especially defensively. They've got the crowd behind them. The coaches might say that the home court advantage isn't that significant, but I don't buy into that at all. I think it makes a huge difference for Bearstar Tenerife. Umana Reyer Venezia, though, they had a good, faithful fan following parked over there behind their bench, and they don't want to go home on the back of 3 losses, and that's enough incentive for any team to go out there and get a win for the fans. Fausto de Rafael, very impressed with the job that he's been able to do. They've had some tough losses, but they've been able to bounce back, and really just getting to the Final Four for both of these teams has been a huge accomplishment and something to build on for the rest of this season and looking into the future. So for Monaco, as they come out, we did see Jamal Schuler pick up an injury in the last game, but it looks like he's going to be okay. D. Vost, boy, he's by all accounts still really disappointed about the team not winning and getting to the final. You don't have these opportunities very often in your career to get to play for a European title. Sergei Gladier as well, the Ukraine international. It's a Monaco team that perhaps has played much better. They're ahead of schedule than people would have anticipated a couple of years ago, but they have soared to the top of the French league. They've won 2 Disneyland Paris Leaders Cups, and they're in the Basketball Champions League Final Four. This is a club that is on an upward trajectory. Now, Lloyd, in many cases, it's battling for 3rd place. It can be difficult to get up for a game because you come to an event with the eyes on the prize, and the prize is the trophy. And do you think any of these teams has more incentive to come out and win this game than the other?
I'm not really sure if either team has more of an incentive, but you're absolutely right. Sometimes in games like this, you can see who's the more motivated team. Venezia, we heard in the press conference after the game yesterday, they immediately said, You know, they didn't feel like they played at their best yesterday. The Tenerife team deserved to win, but they talked about the importance of this game.
So Alexander Glizic, Marcos Mihalidis, and Ademir Zurapovic are the referees for today's game. We didn't see Mihalidis on Friday, but he gets the nod for the third-place game today. And to make it this far in the Basketball Champions League, I think the bosses have said basically, you've done a great job. You're going to be our referees. So it's an honor for them as well to make it here to the Showpiece event in Tenerife, which, by the way, has to be a destination for all of you who are watching What an Island. Rent yourself a scooter, get up to the mountains, and look down on the rest of humanity. It is a fantastic place. Just do not fall into the volcano. So for Umana Reyer Venezia, Marquez Haynes, Hrvoje Peric, the Croatian, Michael Bramos, the Greece international, Benjamin Ortner, the veteran, and Tyrus McGee will be starting. Saw the best and the worst of Michael Bramos the other night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no major surprises. Egypt comes off the bench a lot for them. I thought, Haynes had a good game. He was arguably the best player for Venezia. You know, he's came out of the game 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Now double figures in his last 4. So look for him to build some of that momentum to try and improve and try and take this third place, this medal.
You saw Walter Del Rafael. He was very emotional after his team booked a spot here. They overcame a very good Pinar Karsiaka's side in the quarterfinals for Monaco. Brandon Davies, D. Boss, Zach Wright, Jamal Schuler, and Yakuba Ouattara, who is perhaps the best dunker on this team. Jamal Schuler comes from my neck of the woods. He comes from North Carolina, Greenville. And Zach Wright made the all-tournament team. Made the all-league team, starting 5. I think it's difficult to choose that type of team when you consider so many teams, so many games. You bring the fan vote into it, and they deserve their say. You bring the coaches into it, they deserve their say. So it's always good food for thought to see who makes the team and who doesn't. Zvezdan Mitrovic, he's, you know what, he was gracious the other day. I mean, he wasn't pointing the finger at anybody. He's like, listen, we got beat by a better team tonight. And that team was Banvit. They faced the adversity, they overcame it. They trailed by as many as 13 points. Monaco just were not able to put their foot on the accelerator and pull away. And ultimately, in the final minutes, it cost them a shot here at the final. Jamal Schuler and Marquez Haynes. Well, we already know Schuler can just flat out score. He can pour into points. In fact, against Banvit, he had 20 points, not 14 points. And Marquez Haynes is the point guard. And he's been wheeling and dealing all year for this team.
Yeah, well, that backcourt battle, both teams have got explosive scorers. You know, both teams have got bench scoring as well. Monaco 41 points per game off of their bench. They started, as we mentioned, so well in that first quarter. The 23-14 lead after 1, they just could not hold on though. So it'll be interesting to see, will they come out with that momentum again today, or will they have a more balanced sort of performance over the course of 4 quarters? For Venezia, they will use their team approach. This is a team second in the Italian First Division, Jeff. They have not one player in the top 10 of any statistical category in Italy. So you're talking points, rebounds, assists, steals and blocks. Not one player from Venezia in the top 10. But for me, that just shows how much of a team they are and how they can go to different options at different times and use, the entire roster that they have coming off the bench and the 5 to start the game.
Well, they've had 48 hours to get ready to get over the disappointment. I mean, who wouldn't want to play in any game at a Basketball Champions League Final 4? That's what these guys get paid to do. And they get to play the sport they love. They want to get out and get a win. Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Tenerife. We are in La Hamburguesa, the Pabellón de Deportes de Tenerife, Santiago Martín. And it's the third place game, and Monaco are going to start things off here. They're going to win the first possession. After that, Jamal Schuler inbounds it to Zach Wright, and he is guarded by Marquez Haynes.
No surprises in the opening looks. It's going to be Ramos that's got the tough ask.
Well, Mr. Wright just blew right past Marquez Haynes.
I was going to say, it's Ramos that's got to be the key guy defensively, but Zach Wright, fresh off that all-star appearance at star 5, gets the first basket after his disappointment yesterday.
And Peric missed the layup. He gets it back, and then he has it knocked out of his hand. So he's started kind of sleepily today. And nice play, hands it off to Davies, who really didn't have a good game the other day.
Well, he was hampered by the foul trouble, wasn't he? He picked up his third on a really tough kind of diving for the loose ball, and that hampered him as it did to so many of these Monaco players. They play with a lot of physicality, a lot of hands, and sometimes it gets them in trouble.
Nice passing there for Umana Reyer Venezia. Ordner's gotten a lot of minutes, but Hagen's overcoming or dealing with the injury. Here's Davies. And shot it way too hard off the glass. Davies, you might remember, played college basketball in America at Brigham Young. Peric has the shot blocked by Umana C.
Umana C is such a key guy in so many ways. He's another of those players that, not necessarily statistically, but his impact in the game can really be great, even though when you look at it without watching, it might not show it.
Michael Bramos off the back of the rim. And this is where Monaco will beat you if you don't get back defensively. They will push the ball quickly every time.
This is the play Schuler loves, catching it off that triple screen, shooting the 3. Good job by McGee to take it away that time.
Shot clock down to 3 seconds, and Wright takes a terrible shot, but he had to rush it, and the offensive rebound keeps it into the hands of the Whites. Davies at the line. Now that was much better. I mean, he's got the reputation as a big guy with a soft touch.
Yeah. Well, he came in after he was big in the quarterfinals.
Oh man, he was huge.
Yeah, to get him here against Sassari.
McGee! And brings a little rain with a 3-pointer.
McGee was solid yesterday, not his best game, but I thought he did a good job. Bit of zone.
Entry pass to C. Oh, nice bounce pass. They find Ouattara. And then McGee again comes in and gets a hand on the ball, knocks it out of bounds.
Well, no dice with depth, Venezia. They were kind of in a zone look, or they were trying to switch. They completely mixed it up, but luckily McGee had the ability or the speed to get back into the play.
Nice pass over to C, and C hits the long jumper.
Well, the Admiral knocks it down.
Haynes over to Ortner. And the big fella puts up an air ball.
And there he is again on the defensive rebound. And RSC.
But a foul has been called.
I was too nice to him, so he only got the rebound because he was fouling.
So he picks up the first foul of the game. I like it, the fact the referees are letting these guys play, it appears early anyway. Ramos. Ordner, pump fake, and what a job Davies did that time.
Yeah, that's where Davies is really good, one-on-one defensively.
Look at him push it right, gets in, and wasn't able to finish. And then Jamal Schuler tried to foul to stop the break. And C reaches up, gets a hand on it. Ejim has it. Over to Haynes, pump fake. It's good.
Both teams looking to run, aren't they? Get up and down the floor. Made for an entertaining first 3.5 minutes here.
Pass to C again. Hands it off to Davies. He gets it back to Ouattara. And think they end up with a much tougher shot than probably they should have from the baseline.
Ochoa started 5 of 5 yesterday, played really well. Then down the stretch, just kind of went searching for a little, as he did on that one. He is a good player. He can score. He's been scoring towards the end of the season really well. Putting back-to-back double-figure games now. Just got to understand, good shots for the team, really.
Now Schuler, well, you said it. That is his spot on the court, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming off the triple screen.
I mean, you're talking about, good shots. It looks like a terrible one. But when you watch Jamal Schuler over the course of a season, you understand every time they run this double screen or triple screen sometimes for him, he's looking to shoot, and he shoots it really well from that spot.
He played for VCU, right? Shaka Smart? He was the coach?
I'm not sure if he was there then.
Schuler's bringing it up. And inside to C. He was hoping to get a foul called. And alertly it goes to Edging! And he goes up for the two-handed rim rocker.
Now, that's a good sign for Venezia fans there. And Melvin Edging, who said he struggled, just one field goal yesterday. So to get a little sneak out like that without the defense back.
Oh, traveling. Well spotted by Zarapovic, the referee from Bosnia and Herzegovina. So Thomas Ress is going to get some early moments. Look at Edging.
I like the substitution to bring Ress in. They didn't go to him until really late yesterday. And he looked impressive. It changes the game because he is a very good three-point shooter. He blocked a couple of shots as well.
Nice play, and the follow by McGee. Back-to-back dunks, and all I can say is, where did that come from?
Well, I thought that was the 6'7" Melvin Edging sneaking in, but it wasn't. McGee getting up.
And it's this Monaco team that has the reputation for the dunking, but they missed that. But Schuler is just a natural-born scorer.
Applause from the sideline, but good play from both teams. Nice lob pass. Davis just took off a little bit too far out.
Nice. D again. Davies just using his body, not trying to do too much. Now Umana C. Oh, Thomas Ress got in, but then it was Watara who came over Bramos.
And that's what he can add. He's a high flyer, isn't he? Not sure, same as McGee. The little man getting on the inside, finishing amongst the bigs. Oh, quick hands.
Now turnover. But then McGee gets it back, and it's a 3-on-1. Now to get some points, it gets it to, oh, what a play, a finish from McGee. He's come out strong today. Schuler, quickly, go!
There's not many people will take the shot that Jamal Schuler just took, but he has such confidence in his stroke. Great play from him.
And pump fake from Edging, excuse me. Bramos. And now Watara explodes Thomas Ress. And the foul has been called.
Well, last two possessions, watch it. That's what he does. When he takes shots like this, he's such an effective player, using that athleticism, that speed to get to the basket. The previous play where he got the offensive rebound as well.
That's Edging there.
Yeah. It's all about doing what you do well. When Watara does that, he really is a tremendous talent.
We've got a timeout. Interestingly, it's 20-13. It feels like Umana Reyer Venezia have been doing better, but they're actually trailing by 7.
Schuler's the difference right now. 8 points for him. Hit those couple of threes, take them away.
But just like the other day, he hit those early threes and really gave his team a launch pad to get the win against Banvit. But like I said, they weren't able to press home the advantage they built.
I mean, that's the worry for Monaco, isn't it, really? First quarter here is very similar to the first quarter on Friday where they came out so well. Schuler's hitting everything. They're rebounding, they're getting in transition. But slowly, being just chipped away by Bandit.
Well, we're watching the third place game. The Iberostar Tenerife team that has captured the imagination of this island. They will be coming in later today for the nightcap. And no doubt a lot of their fans will be showing up as well at that point. We've got a very good Bamba team that they're going to have to overcome to win the title. That is shaping up nicely. But before that, we've got a nice little game going on here. And Ouattara is short. And D-Boston's in the game.
And this is the 41 points a game that Monaco average off the bench. A lot of them come from the two guys in already. Gladier, who's got to guard the post here, and D-Bost as well.
Well, Edgem took his time that time being guarded by Gladier. A little bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, probably. They switched on the pick and roll. And that's where Edgem's dangerous.
Now the pass to Davies. Puts it up and in. Much better from Davies now.
Heady play as well. It's Gladier on the pass, I think.
Davies played very well last year in the FIBA Europe Cup final. Now Thomas rests. And Gladier looks up the floor. D-Bost. Oh, did the hard work, but then was short on the release. I think they're going to have a hard time keeping hold of Bost by all accounts after this season. He's raised a lot of eyebrows with his play. Ramos comes out, Jeff DeJohn comes in. There's a lot of coming and going in European basketball, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a lot of players. You'll see them switch teams from year to year.
Tonut guarding Gladier. And he whips the pass to Umana. And then Ouattara soars up and scores with a putback.
Oh, you got to know where he is on the rebound. Ouattara, if you don't box him out, he sneaks in from that weak side. I mentioned earlier, he's just such a great athlete. He's able to get up there and challenge the bigs.
Yeah, he plays a lot bigger than his size, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's listed at 6'4". He doesn't seem that big, I've got to say.
Here's the open floor and D-Bost. And again, despite Thomas Rest, the veteran, being close by, they were able to score.
Yeah, we said it. I mean, what's the difference in this game? The transition points, offensive rebounds. Yeah, they're throwing a couple of threes from Shula as well. But you've got to slow this Monaco down from the cheap points they're able to get.
Tonu explodes and fouled by Gladier. And that's what you call challenging the defense.
Yeah, good play from Tonu. You kind of forget how young he is. He's only 23. Third year playing top flight basketball in Italy. And before that, he was playing in the lower leagues where he had great success.
We were surprised that he made the Italy team last year, weren't we? I mean, that is not an easy team to make.
Oh, absolutely not. And I think that shows you what sort of, the reputation he's already started to build up as a prospect for the future. Came in as a big-time scorer in the second division in Italy when he was still a teenager. Now he's moved up to Venezia. And, yeah, he's proving himself at the highest levels now.
Okay, so Ouattara's going to come out, and Rigo's going to check in.
So complete bench five on for Monaco right now. Five guys started out. Oh.
Boy, good active defense from Vigiano and Filoy, almost forcing the turnover.
And visions of that bounce getting deflected and going in.
Bangale Fofana in the game. Now, we got to get to him later because, by all accounts, he's said, oh, that pass was intended to him from Gladier. And a little bit of communication issues there. Watch this.
It's because the pass has gone to Fofana, not to D-Bost. You know, you're asking why you passing to the 7-foot Fofana, who's running the floor rather than the athleticism of D-Bost.
Yeah, you get it
in the middle of the court,
yeah, where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Filoy gets it back to Ress. And Ress, boy, he really does have the range, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he missed the first look he had, which was a really good one as well. And I thought, oh, we've kind of hyped him up a little bit with how well he shoots. He's going to have a bad day, but that one's too open.
So they're in a 2-3 zone now, and you like this defense for them?
Yeah, with this lineup on the floor for Monaco, not loads of shooters. Gladier's a great shooter.
There he goes, Edgen pushes the break. Oh, it looked like Rez was going to make that harder than it needed to be, but he still scored.
And they'll drop into the zone again. So Gladier, you've got to know where he is. DeBost has the ability to knock it down as well, but not a lot of other threats out there.
Well, they're coming back. Look at that. It's a five-point game. Long jump shot, and Fofana is going to be guilty of pushing off. Fofana, who apparently has decided he wants to play for Senegal.
Because Senegal haven't got enough athletic big man like
Fofana.
Fofana.
I mean, is it harder to play for France or Senegal? Gee whiz. He's going to come out. So inauspicious start to the game for him. And he goes back to the bench.
That sub will help Monaco a lot against this zone, though.
Oh, falling down with the final seconds. It's going to be Tonut. Again, pulls up on the baseline. And now Rigo, at least he was able to hit the backboard, but they will retreat to the bench. Monaco had a nice little double-digit lead. But now it's 26-21. Good comeback from Umana Reyer Venezia.
Absolutely. Done a tremendous job just staying in the game. I said for Monaco, they had 24 points at the end of the first quarter yesterday. Very similar game. So will they have learned from yesterday? Perhaps the one difference is they did go really deep into the bench.
But look at that, Lloyd. Venezia shooting 7 of 14 inside the arc, 2 of 6 from the arc. Yet they're down.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we saw a team that really struggled offensively the other night. And certainly tonight, I guess possibly, I think you remarked that they defensively, they're giving away some things. Some easy baskets.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Schuler.
I don't know if they're giving away easy baskets, but they've got to try and stop the easy baskets of Monaco, because that's what they do really well. Offensively, they rebound and get some cheap points there. They'll run out in transition. You know, if you miss or if you turn it over, or, you know, if you're just sleeping defensively, they'll run on you and score really quickly. So you've got to be able to stop that. It sounds very simple, but it's anything but. When you've got DeBost with the ball, running the lane, guys like Ouattara, Marassi, people like that running next to him, it's a very difficult ask. And sometimes the best form of defense is your offense. You score on one end of the floor, and it means that Monaco can't run back at you as quick, so instantly you slow them down.
It was something that hurt the other night, Banvik, but in the second half they were able to stop it. That was something that Coach Filipovsky remarked on in his post-game remarks. Tonut, I think, likes this matchup. He's going to get it to Edgen. And Edgen goes against and hands it off to Ress, who perhaps could have gone more towards the basket as opposed to trying what appeared to be a little short jump hook. Was it? A little jumper. And we've got a foul called by the Swiss referee. Rigo comes up top. Boy, Rigo's got some good size, doesn't he? Gladier, he's short. And the long rebound goes out to Bost. He goes right at Filoy. Now Davies. And Rigo does a good job of getting the ball back, but it looks like Edgen may have caught a finger in the eye. And Rigo puts up the jumper. And the referee's going to stop things as Edgen comes over to the side. And He's going to have to come out of the game. So watch again as Rigo comes in. Oh, he got him with his elbow is what it was. I mean, it wasn't on purpose. Watch again. His right elbow smacks him right in the face. Bam. In fact, right on the cheekbone, maybe.
Yeah, the way he went down, you could see something happened. There was no acting from Ejim at all.
Nice. No. Acting is not in his DNA. Well, certainly Marquez Haynes finds it a little bit funny, so it must not be that bad. So Venezia have never led in the game, and they're trailing by 5. Ress over to Tonut. He goes right at Rigo, and Davies rather, and Davies reached around and knocked it out of bounds.
1.8 on the shot clock. We've got to get a quick shot here.
So they're going to throw it up near the rim.
Time for one dribble.
Yeah, they tried to get it inside. That seems to be pretty much it, the whole thing that I've seen from Peric in this entire Final Four. It's like the play doesn't come off, and he's looking at the ref like there should have been a foul call. We haven't seen the best from him. He's a key man. Davies, and good block by Higgins, who's come into the game.
He's got the advantage on the post as well.
Well, he was clearing out. Now Viziano catches it. He owes one of those points to Higgins, yeah, because he was like saying, have some space.
Yeah, not only that, Higgins got down the floor so quickly. The problem was Davis usually guards him, and he wasn't, because he was too slow. Abudu tried to pick him up, and that left his man wide open for the layup.
Now Abudu goes at Peric, and Peric called for the foul. There's some physical players out there in this game, aren't there? I mean, look at that. That's an easy one for the ref. Schuler comes back in.
Yeah, bright start, Schuler, 8 points for him. Goes again, watch out off those screens, got a lot of room.
Yep. Oh, alley-oop, and Abudu caught it kind of on the way down. Now, oh, Gladiator, what a play. What a play. Had to get it up quickly and scored with a one-handed reverse. Five-point lead. Philoy. And the pass not handled by Higgins. Quickly up to Abudu. Goes up for the two-handed jam.
That's a great pass from DeVos. Watch the way he just throws it ahead of Abudu, knowing he's going to get there in time. You know, he makes it look so easy, but beautiful feed. Look, no check of the run from Abudu. The defense is never going to catch him because the money was on point. The pass was on point.
Boy, don't get in his way. Abudu. This is my point. My points. So he is over on the bench. And Monaco back up on top by 7 points.
The offense has dried up a little, hasn't it? 4-2 in this second quarter. Already a few minutes in, but you know, after such a free-flowing first 10 minutes, both teams have kind of struggled a little.
Those differences in shooting right there, all down to more opportunities. You can see they're taking a lot more shots, getting a few more rebounds. Set out rebounding at 17-8 at this point. And
that's the difference. 9 offensive rebounds. Incredible. Yeah, incredible for them. And that's why, if you're going to get 2 shots at it every time, it doesn't matter. Your percentage can be a lot worse. But I said, there's those cheap points Monaco just so good at.
So some full court pressure now by Monaco. Coming out of the timeout, Viziano is able to get it to Philoy. And the very lightning quick DeVos is on him. Now Higgins He's going to clear out some space. And he scores that one for the Blue Hens.
It's a big move, that is. Hagens shifted Davis out of the way with a little drop of the shoulder. Took a hit back from Davis as well as what Davis, when he's taken the hook, still managed to score it. Zone look again.
He's come out with a little bit of attitude today, hasn't he, Jamel Hagens?
Yeah.
He's like, this is my low post. And the jump shot is good.
Oh, Falloy did all he could to keep in front of DeBosk, but Bosk just stops and pops it over the top.
Oh, what hustle that was from Brandon Davies. He's come out with the right attitude today as well. Look at that. Nice to see the guy getting on the ground. Coming out to prove a point today. Look at that. Hey, Brandon Davies wants to be an NBA player. He makes no bones about it. He goes back in the summer. He's trying to get on. And obviously, you know, he's got to be exceptional to do that. He's coming out to show everybody what he can do today. The long jumper. Now Zach Wright. So you got Wright and Bosk on the floor at the same time. 2 point guards, Abudu, Davies, and Jamal Schuler. Here's Wright. He explodes, and he knew Hagens was coming in, and he just kind of put it up softly off the glass.
Wright's another one. It's easy to say what you have to do to stop him. To actually execute is not easy at all. You know, he doesn't shoot the three well at all. You've got to stop him getting into the lane, but it's just so difficult. Such a tough guard.
And that was a turnover by Perich. Just on it. Perich just seems to be in a funk. How do you like, as we see Amada C coming back into the game for Abudu, and Bangale Fofana as well is back in the game for Brandon Davies. How do you like seeing the 2 point guards on the floor at the same time for Monaco?
Yeah, I like it. I think this is a nice combination. I think it allows one of them to play off the ball, and it doesn't matter which way around it is. You know, it's DeBosk we see coming off these down screens now.
And he was pushed by Hagens and Fofana. And you can see right there with Fofana, what he's got to do is put on some bulk because he was shoved off the court. Watch this. I mean, let me put it this way, he was nudged off the court. He wasn't shoved. Hagens is, boy, he's a powerful body, isn't he? Here he is, and this time, Bangale Fofana says, how do you do?
Great execution of the out-of-bounds play. Schuler with a nice little back screen for him.
I suppose anytime he's on the court, it's like, you know, be ready if we throw it towards the rim. He's got the capacity. Here we go. Perich drives in. And now quickly, look at him accelerate. DeBosk, he's going to go all the way. And he misses, but the follow. And Perich comes down. Boy, Monaco. And then Bosk takes it right away. And they get it to Wright, and he hands it off to C. And 2 times in succession, they're unable to come away with points. And Wright frustrated because he knows they should have scored on at least one of those.
Yeah, it was very much a breakdown.
That was the inbounds pass from Wright to Fofana. Ramos back in, Edging back in, so good that he's, despite the facial pop, his elbow seems to be okay. He'll probably feel it tomorrow. 11-point lead for Monaco. And he commits the foul, trying to get it away from Edging. And no, nice read by Zach Wright. He does it probably better than anybody else in the Basketball Champions League, anticipating and coming up and getting the steals. And that's one of the reasons why he was in the ideal quintet. the league all-star, the top 5. That steal and fast break. Higgins draws the foul, so he will go to the line. You can't afford to make lazy passes, especially in the middle of the floor, up top.
No. Turnovers there are 2 points going the other way.
Look at that. In fact, that was just laziness by Haynes. You can't fall asleep when the guy's next to you.
The whole team offensively, similar to yesterday, really, has just struggled in this second quarter. They've gone to the bench. Starters have come back in again now, but the rhythm has just been taken away. Just 4 points for them in the second quarter, so 4 points in 6 minutes now. I'll make it 5 on the free throw, excuse me. But 12-5 run, not what you wanted after being down in the, at the end of the first.
I suppose it's what you, as a coach, you've got to take that on board, don't you? You don't want to sit them too long.
Yeah, it's always a difficult situation to try and get that balance right. I don't want to wear guys out in the first half. They can't go down the stretch.
Right for 3.
That's the Achilles heel. If you can get Zach Wright out beyond the 3-point line, then you've done a good job.
But why is he taking it so soon in the shot clock? Fofana with the interception. Now Zach Wright bounce pass. Beautiful play, and it's converted by Umana Reyer.
The difference is that 4 guys are already down the floor. And when Wright got down there was 3 others already waiting. The defense just couldn't match up in time. Great job sharing the ball, Wright.
There's Wright again, looks it up. Oh, beautiful pass to Watara. Oh, Watara missed, but there was C. Oh, we're going to see a dunk.
All these cheap points.
Boy, it's hammer time. They're really putting a hurting now on Venezia. Higgins goes up against Fofana. He had the fake. And Fofana has got the height. He's got to learn how to use it defensively, doesn't he? Why? Stay on your feet. Abudu's going to come back in. So C picks up his second. Higgins, when it's not going well for a team, you tend to see the free throws staying out. Zach Wright already has 6 assists. And he's also got 6 points, so he's well on his way to a double-double today. Thomas Rest back in the game. Tonu also back in the game. You know, both these teams have got very important games coming up in their domestic leagues. They're getting close to the playoffs now.
They're both doing extremely well in their leagues, aren't they? Monaco sitting on top of Pro A. And that's a couple of games back in second place in Italy.
And Tonu almost picked that one off. Watara for 3. And Fofana knocked it out of the hands of Tonu. So Wright takes another one. And he's now got 8 points.
More points off offensive rebounds as well.
And Haynes passes back to Edgem. Oh, and Fofana. Not in Fofana's house. Quickly to Haynes. Good. Yeah, much better. Now he gets it back to 13. It was starting to get out of hand. They could do with getting this deficit back under 10 points before halftime. Watara. Oh, beautiful play by Watara. Just turned, left his feet, floated in there and drew the foul.
Just looking, can you believe this is only the second foul shot of the first half for Monaco? They've just been exceptional in transition. They're only 2 of 10 for the 3-point line as well. So if you can keep them outside of the lane, if you can rebound, if you're Venezia, then you're in with a chance. But so far, they've just shown no ability to do that. Monaco relentless in taking them off the dribble, getting out in the open floor.
So out rebounding 22 with that rebound there for Brahma is 22 to 13. Tonu uses Ress's. Oh, he's going to challenge Fofana. I don't think so. Ress. Tonu pulls up and short. And I saw a lot of white shirts in there. Edgen, alley-oop pass! Boy, that is like showtime right there. Zach Wright has a few times today shown us why, in fact, he has made the all-tournament team.
We were on the angle, weren't we, of the crossover. Just such a change of speed.
I don't know why Nick Kaner-Medley is sitting behind the bench today. I mean, behind the basket, not on the bench. Strange, isn't it? And pass, no good. Edgen has it, puts it up, and they call a foul right at the end of the shot clock.
Really missed him, have they?
About to find out.
Better game from him. Still below what we've seen throughout the course of the regular season and the playoffs. I mentioned.
So Edgens gets it back to 47-33, and the team's head to the bench with 58.79 seconds remaining. But right now, it's all AS Monaco. Would you say that on reputation? Okay, well, let's listen to the coach Mitrovic here and also point out that Monaco has 12 assists. So Venezia's 8.
Nice mistake. On the ball. Zach. Sergey.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and cut in. Would you say that on reputation you would think that the Italian league might be slightly ahead of the French league in terms of rating?
Yeah.
But you've got the top team in France now going up against the second place team in Italy, Venezia, and they're making it look easy.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to understand it is the third and fourth playoff as well, so we'll give them that.
The stakes are not as high.
Yeah, exactly. So does that make a difference? I'm not sure.
Okay, even looking at yesterday, for example.
Yeah, the Monaco have done a tremendous job today. Monaco have proved that they are one of the top teams in this competition. And I think you've got to give credit to Bambit for the way they played yesterday to have stopped this. I mean, we didn't see him get out on the open floor the way we have today. They didn't have the domination on the glass against Bambit. And Bambit aren't really a big team either on the inside.
With the exception of Vidmar and Damien Kulig.
Yeah.
But
neither of them is like a monster on the inside on the glass, really.
2 seconds. Right. Again, off the back of the rim, and Ress, boy, did a good job bringing that down. He had some white shirts coming behind him. Edgen for 3. And Brahmo's good hustle, trying to keep it alive, and then he unable to pass it to his teammate. Right, and look at that, Tonu getting on the ground. Look at both teams. This is a third place game, and they're getting after it.
Love it. Great effort from both.
Boy, that was that looked like it was going to be Zach Wright going the other way, get another assist. And then Umana Reyer got in there. Was it Tonu? First it was Brahmos there, keeping it alive. Look at this hustle. Edgen always involved when he gets scrappy. Look at that. Knocks it away. Then Tonu gets a body blow from DeBost. So just great hustle all the way around. Edgen now is going to come out. Looks like he's going to put some ice on his cheek.
I think he lost his contact lens.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so just bring it back in. It's all right, they'll space the floor here. 4 shooters.
Last 8 seconds of the first half. Haynes goes past, and the ball was batted off of Gladier. Good D, quick hands. I'd almost rather see Haynes put that up. Or a little bit different shot. So Tonu Gets it to Haynes and was able to get the shot off, but good D again from Gladier and Bost. So Monaco lead it by 14 points here, the third place game against Umana Reyer Venezia, the Basketball Champions League Final Four in Tenerife.
Venezia only average a low total offensively, so they will not want this game to continue in its high-scoring ways. They average 71 a game, so they're going to have to go some to hold Monaco under 71. There's the difference. If you look, 10 offensive rebounds for Monaco, only 10 defensive rebounds for Venice. So when you have a shot missed at one end of the floor, it's a 50-50 chance of who gets the ball, and that percentage, is so far in favor of Monaco. That's the number one key for Venezia to try and change it going into the second half.
And does that happen with insertion of new players, or just the recognition that they're not boxing out?
Yeah, I think it's a recognition. Some of it, again, has come because they've got out in the open floor, so they haven't had the bodies back to rebound. But you think the times Watera over there a couple of times has got into the lane, challenged the shot, got offensive rebounds that he's put back, and that is just a lack of boxing out on the part of Venezia.
Well, you see they're checking out the basket to the right of the screen there to make sure the rim is at the right height. I guess some serious slam dunking going on out there.
Yeah, I don't think Monaco is going to say there's much wrong with that ring. They just scored 47 points on it. They won't be looking to, they won't be thinking there's much wrong.
So we're at halftime, 47-33. Be sure to stick around for third quarter action coming your way about 13 minutes. Well, 47-33 is the score for AS Monaco, leading Umana Reyer Venezia. You see the young fan there chomping on the hot dog or the empanadilla, perhaps. We're in Tenerife. It's all Monaco so far, but still got 20 minutes to go. And as you alluded to, Lloyd, one thing's going to happen for Umana Reyer to have a chance, and they're going to have to start boxing out on the defensive boards and do a little bit better job of limiting those opportunities for Monaco.
Somehow they've got to slow Monaco down, haven't they? Monaco have played at such a fast pace. This one that doesn't really suit the play of Venezia. 15 points on the break for Monaco. And some of those have been offensive rebounds or, you know, steals. So it's very easy to say, oh yeah, just get back, slow them down. It is not an easy thing to actually execute, though. When you look at the statistics, everything's going right. Zach Wright, 7 assists, 8 points as well. A couple of other guys. Watcher having a fine game with 7 points personal as well. Schuler again started off really hot early stages. There's 8. So just a balanced scoring effort from Monaco. Got no one in double figures.
So it's Davies with those 4 rebounds, as well as Amada C, each doing the job. But overall, they've got, well, interestingly, Bangale Fofana doesn't have a single rebound as the center, but he should have a couple of blocks. It doesn't appear they've been registered.
The key, if looking at the rebound, is the 3 offensive rebounds from Amara C and the 3 offensive rebounds for Watara as well. So those guys, not big guys. C's got some size, but they're playing primarily on the perimeter where they've crashed the glass, and that's just pure effort. Lack of box out, pure effort, and that athleticism they have is the result. Is showed why they're able to get these little cheap points, because I think both of them at least have got 2 putbacks out of those 3 offensive rebounds.
So Alexander Glizic, the Serbian referee, is going to hand the ball off to Jamal Schuler, and the second half will be underway in just a second here. The Basketball Champions League, of course, the showpiece game will be tipping off not long after this one between Iberostar Tenerife and Banvik for all the marbles, the Basketball Champions League title. But right now, 20 more minutes of Monaco and Venezia. Schuler they switch so they don't give him away. Now it's Edgem hustling, and double dribble called on Schuler. And I'll tell you what, if there was one thing they were determined to do that time, was not allow Jamal Schuler an inch of space.
Great job by both Edgem and Falloy as well, defensively, hounding the ball. I thought Edgem was going to be called for the foul. Got a little too close, but in his favor.
Now they find Edgem inside, and he was trying to make that quick pass to Ortner. He was open, Edgem.
Yeah, I think he should have taken the shot. Too unselfish on that one, but it's lucky. I think this comes off the foot of Ortner. Yeah.
Over to Haynes, open, good. Knocks it down, back to a 12-point game.
Why hasn't he, Haynes? Said he was arguably their best player yesterday, I felt. He's got 7 here, but hasn't had a huge impact on the game.
Ortner picks up a foul a long way away from the basket.
Davies has got 3-point range. He'll make a 3, but why do you need to guard him that close, way out on the 3-point line? I think you can keep the distance, try and fill up the middle.
Right here for 3. Well, he's been quiet. And the last thing the Venezia want is for Sergi Gladier to get it going. Then they'll really have problems. And Floyd misses a jump shot. And now Davies will be called for the foul.
He was first, though. It's the difference from yesterday. He had a foul like that for, you know, one of his third or fourth.
Edgem drives in and doesn't finish, but Ramos there for the follow.
It must be this end. They were checking the height of the basket, but offensive rebounds now for Venezia are proving fruitful. Zone action for him again.
Davies goes to work, passes out to Abudu, and Abudu goes in and puts it off the glass. Now Philoy, and are they going to call it? No, it'll be before the shot. Haynes back outside. Philoy, good. Well, he was wide open.
Just a little breakdown on the penetration. Haynes gets into the lane. Defense came over.
And the pass to Davies.
Woo. Out of nowhere, Davies, great slip. Knew the defense would just kind of slow behind him, waiting for the screen, so went straight to the ring. Excellent recognition from him.
Davies now with a bump, and that's the type of foul. Again, if you remember yesterday, at the end of the shot clock, at the end of the quarter, he tried to block a shot and ran into the defender.
He's just got to find that balance, because what he does bring is the energy, the intensity defensively when he guards the ball out on the perimeter. But if he goes too far and picks up a foul, just kind of, you know, just breaks all of that pressure.
Here's Perich, back out. Yeah, they definitely want Davies on the floor. I mean, he's brought his A game today.
Again with cat and mouse. Perich shot it after the whistle. There's the foul against Wright. He kicks out to Perich. He shoots it. Both Wright and Davies tried to block the shot. They got a bit of it. And then Perich shot it again. Davies blocked it for a second time.
And are they doing that because they don't want him to get the feeling of making a jump shot?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Offensive foul against Edgem, illegal screen.
Ooh, Davies, tough pass to Schuler. How in the world did he hold on to that? And good, boy, Philoy's playing much better defensively now. And Edgem, I think, is going to be called for the foul on Davies, who's just continuing. But again, you know, why are you fouling Davies? About, what, 3 meters away from the basket?
The jump to try and get the block from Edgem as well. Gets caught in this little fake there. That's all it is. One fake, which you leave your feet and you're dead.
Davies has sort of got the attitude right now that I'm taking over the game, doesn't he?
8 points, 4 rebounds for him now.
And Edgem couldn't grab the rebound with Abudu coming in, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them 3 points.
And another foul. Edgem's just picked up 3 fouls in 2 possessions. In fact, made an offensive foul at one end, and then a foul on the defensive end, and then another foul on this offensive rebound. And he's had to go out because of it as well.
The main problem there is that he wasn't able to get the rebound, and he had position.
Yeah.
And that's where you're disappointed if you're Bauta de Rafael.
62% for Monaco, incredible.
Biggest lead of the game now, 18 points. Davies with the board. Gladier. Ball goes out of bounds and a foul. We were talking to somebody last night, and they thought that Umana Reyer Venezia would come out and really pull away in this thing.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that way at all, has it?
They made great noise in the press conference yesterday after their loss that they were going to have to focus on today. It was an important game. But I'll tell you the other thing from the press conferences is how Chispa Dureta said Monaco have the best team. He said they have the best players in the Final Four in this competition, and I think you're seeing that today. They've been rolling.
Easy to get good players in a place like Monaco, where you're in one of the most beautiful scenic parts there in the French Riviera. Beloy for three. And Abudu with the rebound. And Bramos pulls down Davies.
It's not working for Venezia right now, is it? So 3-4 straight fouls on them, sending Monaco to the line.
Actually, did he pull him down, or did he just kind of move to the side and allow Davies to fall down?
Yeah.
So Bramos comes out, Konut comes back in.
Should have got away with the travel as well on the entry pass when he called it. You make your own luck. Monaco playing so well. They've been so good offensively. They've kind of got the rhythm.
So the Monaco fans, they've got a lot to be happy about today. Their team's come out firing on all cylinders, and the lead has ballooned to 22 points. Mitrovic calling the plays. Peric over to Hagens, and was ready to make the pass and said, I think I'll just do this myself.
Very nice play from him. And a lot of players you see will rush when they have the ball in the paint. He did nothing like that.
And Marquez Haynes reaches in, takes it away, and draws the foul from Sergi Gladier.
Another free throw contest here in the third quarter. We had quite a few. We didn't have a lot of foul shots in the first half. Both teams in the bonus now. Good defense. It was that 3-2 zone into the man-to-man for Venezia, and it worked really well.
And again, missed free throws. Haven't been horrible from the line, but when you're trailing like this, every miss is magnified.
This is where having the twin guard lineup works so well. They trap right, get it out of his hands, and that frees up DeBoss to just push it down the floor.
Gladier from the right. Ball goes out of bounds, back over to Venezia.
Higgins was lucky. He was the man that challenged the shot of Gladier. Then he tried to sneak out and run the lane. The ball bounced back and he nearly fell to Gladier.
Marcy in. Bovudo takes a seat, and Tyrus McGee comes into the game. Beloy takes a seat. Davies knocks it out of Hagen's hand. He gets it back. Bounce pass, Tonu over to Peric. Wide open. Now quickly, C. And Haynes was able to get back and knock it away. Over to Gladier, wide open. Has the shot blocked though by Peric. Falls right into the hands of C. And C just kind of stayed after it.
Another offensive rebound for MRC.
Just wonder if we might see Parrish come out, because it just doesn't look the same player. Here he goes behind his back. And pretty sure he will be coming out. Now Boss crosses midcourt. Boss for three, good. 67-43. They are putting a hurting on the team from Venice.
And they haven't shot it well either, Monaco. That makes them 4 for 14 as a team. They were below 25% before that make from DeBost. And it's been just another day at the office for Monaco, really. Everything has been very easy for them.
So Wright has 10 points. Has he got his double-double already? I don't think he has enough assists yet, does he?
8.
10 points, 8 assists, 2 steals. Not a bad night's work already. Be surprised if he doesn't get into, well, it depends how much the coach wants to play him. Brandon Davies, you happy with him? 13 points, 6 rebounds. Plus 21 when he's on the court. Jamal Schuler had that early eruption, but hasn't done much since. It's pretty much been the Zach Wright show, hasn't it?
I'm sure he's
Davies.
Wright come in with a confidence of being selected in that.
He's like, oh, I have to go out and show everybody what happened this year.
And he had the frustration of the 3 for 11 last night. Just 7 points from him. It's a good story though, Zach Wright. Ended up playing NCAA Division II college basketball in the US. Now had a 9-year pro career though. Played in a lot of countries across Europe.
And also was a naturalized Bosnia-Herzegovina player. Did very well there. Must be quite an adventure for these guys to go from country to country. DeBost, speaking of country to country, was in Poland and was one of their best players. Here's McGee exploding and putting it off the glass. Now quickly Boss to the other end. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Joyce McGee makes a tremendous move. A high degree of difficulty, then going the other way. Just wide open layup for Monaco.
McGee quickly to Higgins, pump fake, puts it up, and not able to make the shot.
Putting players down the floor again from Monaco, look. So quick.
Now C gets in over to Ouattara. Vigiano. His pass a little bit too hot to handle there, but Tonu was able to save it. And Higgins lays it up and in. Looks like he's going to dunk it.
Davis was so frustrated, he thought he should have stolen it.
Pass inside to Davies, and he gets another trip to the free throw line.
Higgins was close, just didn't quite get his position though. Look at this, Davies 2 more. What a game he's having. We said though, how big was he in the quarterfinal series against Sassari? 15 points per game, 14 of 20 from the field he was across those 2 games. And you know, he missed some time during the regular season with an injury, missed 8 games for Monaco. Came back for the last 2 games of the regular season and then the playoffs as well. I've enjoyed having him back.
So he comes out, he'll get some high fives from the coach, some low fives, high fives. He goes to the bench. Job well done. He had his game face on. I saw him in the tunnel when he came out, and he was like, wasn't saying hello to anybody. He was like ready to go. Fofana back in the game. So Vigiano knocks in the 3-pointer. a 21-point game.
Confident stroke from him.
That's his reputation. Yeah. His sister, he's one of those like Thomas Ress. Sister, I think, plays for Italy's national team program. Now the ball hands it off to Fofana. And was it Ouattara or C that got that?
Both of them, they're just tenacious on the offensive glass, aren't they? Those two, such great rebounders.
Now Philoy. Open. Well, that's almost a shot you really need to make. Wide open. They're getting after it, aren't they? Amada C. Wonder if Coach Mitrovic had some stern words with Monaco after yesterday's game. The way they're playing pretty aggressive, aren't they?
Well, we talked about I think they want this third place. This is still such a young club. Only recently come into Pro A, haven't they? So for them, third place is a big step. They have that Pro A title from last year, but they're thirsty for success.
They got the Leaders' Cup trophy from last year. And Vigiano, another three-pointer. He says, fellas, just give me the rock. Well, they've got 5 three-point shooters in the game right now, so I'd be surprised if they weren't knocking them in. One right after the other. There's Philoy, quickly to midcourt. McGee, and it goes to Vigiano, and C just knocked it away. I think it was another French team that won the French title last year in the Basketball Champions League. It was Monaco that won it.
Monaco won, and they won the Leaders' Cup last year as well. Back-to-back in the Leaders' Cup.
So the double-double, yep. And Asbel, they were in the Basketball Champions League from France, Strasbourg, and there's another French team. Anyway, final 9 seconds of the third quarter.
That's why Monaco are playing so hard. They're up 20 points, 9 seconds to go, and a technical foul has been called against their bench.
Well, they want to win.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. You got to make it. Philoy, shot clock winding down, pulls up again at the line and makes amends, gets it to fall from the free throw line. Jeff Vigiano and Philoy and Bramos walk over to the bench. They say, we've got it under 20. Let's keep it going, chip away, and see what happens.
It's going to be difficult to come back for them, though, isn't it? But, you know, talking of Monaco winning the French league, they're a fantastic story. They went 3 straight league titles in 3 years. So they were in the NM1 in 2014, so 3rd French division. They won that and moved up to Pro B. First year in Pro B, 2015, they won Pro B. Moved up to Pro A, first year in Pro A, 2016 regular season winners, and then they lost in the semi-final of the playoffs. So, you know, now they look set like they're going to repeat. But a few more games. They're currently sitting in first place in the league, though. As they've got 5 more games. And they'll end the season at Strasbourg, one of the other kind of top teams in the French league as well.
So, you know, that's the difference between you and me. You're English, and I'm an American. You say they're the champs if they're the regular season champions.
Yes.
But I say if Asbel wins the playoffs, they're the champs.
So they won the regular season if they win the playoffs?
No, Asbel are recognized as the 2016 champs.
Playoff champions.
I think they're the champs.
Let's
Let's put it this way. They won the most important title.
And Monaco won the most games over the course of the season. But I see your point. For me, there's two different things. I think you get recognition as the league champions. You get recognition as the playoff champions as well.
I would say regular season champions.
Okay.
But league champions. Anyway, D-Boss drives in, scores with the left hand, and takes it back to a 20-point game.
Now maybe Monaco can go one round further after losing in the semi-final last year to win the playoffs this year as well, just to please you.
I find it hard to believe that they wouldn't win the playoffs if they can play this well.
Yeah. They've got a lot of weapons, don't they? Defensively, they're so strong, so interchangeable, beat you in a lot of different ways. They've got the bench scoring we talked about. You know, the only weakness, perhaps, the three-point shooting, I think. But still, they've got guys like D-Boss that can make threes as well. Gladir.
Ooh. Philoy was thinking he was fouled, but Boss just took it right away from him. And now they wanted a turnover, but they're not going to get it. I think Boss wants his time to shine. He's going to get it to Fofana. God, you know, it really is a case of just throw it like within 5 feet of the rim, and Fofana could dunk it.
If he gets the advantage, starts kind of rolling to the ring without a defender in front of him.
I think if you look back at this Final Four, that's the only way he's scored in this Final Four.
Yeah.
He's got 8 points off dunks, alley-oop dunks. McGee at the line. And Fofana that time does a good job taking the ball away from McGee. Jump shot no good. Thomas Rest. What is it that Fofana, in your opinion, has to do to make that next step?
I think he's got to find another way to score. Obviously, he's a very good finisher on the pick and roll, as you can see, rolling to the basket. But if you take that away, you throw it to him in the low block, does he have that ability to score? Does he have a little jump shot or some way of adding offensively? We know he's a great defender. We know he's a good roll finisher, as I said.
Philoy's been active. That gets it back to 20, but time becoming an issue. Good hustle from Bramos. And also, I mean, for the big guys, you got to have the footwork. You got to have maybe a little jump hook. It doesn't have to be a Kareem sky hook, but
it's just a consistent way of scoring in the low post. For him, a jump hook would be ideal because he's so big. You know, it makes it almost impossible to block.
But if he can do one thing exceptionally well, he's got value for this Monaco team, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a guy who started a lot of games. He said defensively, he just fits really in with their mold. Can switch, challenges shots, clogs up that inside.
Here it is again, and the alley-oop this time thrown down by Ouattara.
I've seen that so many times today. The penetration comes, and the guards from Monaco have been exceptional, finding the open man with a pass above the ring.
Lloyd, if I lived in the Principality, I know what I would be doing whenever Monaco had a home game. They are fun to watch. Look at Fofana that time. Boy, how did Marquez Haynes score that? That was a high degree of difficulty on that shot. How many alley-oop dunks have they had today, Monaco?
4, 5. Yeah.
And Ouattara this time goes up and just throws it down with authority.
Wow, every other dunk's had some room, and there was no space whatsoever. Check this one out. Wow.
Look at Mitrovic.
Yeah.
What did he tell him? He said, take it easy on the rim, pal. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. Somebody's on a poster.
We've been seeing the top 10 plays of the season here in the arena before the game, but That one's up there. The second dunk. I mean, this one might well make the top 10, but the other one, wow.
I don't know. I think I like that one better. Well, depends really, doesn't it? Great shot by Haynes. You know what? At this level, though, because the guys can play above the rim, if you have the strength to dunk like that you have added value, don't you? Because there's a lot of guys that don't.
Well, there's 2 shot blockers. We've seen the impact of shot blockers, you know, how players have to change their shot to get around in the same way that Haynes did at the opposite end. He had to go out of his way to avoid Fofana and getting his shot rejected. Watara, though, just goes right over the top or right through them. 2 guys tried to block him. They couldn't protect the ring.
There's a saying, and it goes like this. He's going to get paid. There's a lot of people probably eyebrows have just been raised with Watara. If they haven't been watching him play, they've just seen something. But now Haynes hits another 3. It's quite an entertaining game to watch, isn't it?
Yeah,
Haynes is raising his. Vigiano's hit some 3s. Now he's on the bench. You know Schuler can shake and bake. Watara is a strange, he's kind of a tweener, isn't he? He's like a tweener between a 3 and a 4.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably a 3. Like I say, he's listed as 6'4".
I mean, he's definitely not a power forward, but he's not afraid to go in and challenge anybody.
But that's the thing, a lot of these guys in Monaco, you know, a few years ago, you'd think players like him.
Oh, look at Tonu just take that ball away. You're not stopping that. I'm impressed by his tenacity.
Yeah, to go back, you know, even Tonu, a few years ago, you'd say guys like Watara, what position does he play? And it would be seen as a negative because he was a tweener, but now
it's versatility.
That versatility is really, really kind of sought after. And if you look at this Monaco team, you say, well, Amari C, what position does he play? You know, what position does Watara play? What position does Abudu play? What position does even D. Boston, Zach Wright play? Because they're all interchangeable pieces, and that's what makes Monaco so tough to guard. You put a smaller guy on Amari C, and he'll go in and post him up. And then you put a bigger guy on him, and then you've got Watara trying to, you know, attacking off against somebody or getting in there and using his power to get offensive rebounds as well. You know, that's why Monaco. We said it's easy to say, oh, don't let them get on the offensive glass, get back in transition, but they've got so many guys. They don't really play with ever a traditional 4 player, and other teams struggle to contain them because of that.
See the rebounding still decisively in the advantage of Monaco, 33-24. Look at this. That was one. He's just big and long, but this is the crowd pleasing stuff right here.
His head's by the ring.
Man, that is Watara. What are you doing, Watara? He is. We've seen that during the year as well. He has taken flight on numerous occasions. Modesty backs up Tonu. And Ramos gets the rebound. Didn't get the outlet to Tonu.
Case in point, though, isn't it? Amari C being guarded by Tonu, has the size, can post him up.
Look at that man-to-man defense. It's a third-place game, 5.5 minutes remaining, and they're on them like white on rice. Look at that. Pagans misses. Ramos couldn't quite control the rebound. And now, get ready. Another one goes down, and it's Amara C this time, the veteran. And Edgem is fouled by Zach Wright. I went to a Final Four game, and a dunk fest broke out.
Amara C, 10.7 rebounds for him. He's nicknamed the Admiral because
he has a boat.
He may well do in Monaco. He's nicknamed the Admiral because he's the man that steers the ship. Whenever he plays well, his team plays well. And I think you could say today, 10-7, he's had another good one.
I thought you were going to say he was like David Robinson. He bears a resemblance. Davies, a wraparound, and to C again. C says, don't forget about me, guys. I can dunk it with the best of them.
It's been a dunk fest in this second
Is that
half.
really his nickname, or have you just nicknamed him that?
No, it's his nickname.
And Davies reaches around. So when they fall to a heavy defeat, then he has run his ship ashore.
Maybe.
I think Banvit fans watching this game and thinking, wow, how did we beat this team?
Yeah. I mean, Monaco have been so impressive today.
And maybe Iberostar Tenerife fans are watching it and thinking, wow, I'm glad that they didn't win yesterday. And C reaches in, takes it away. Edgin's going to kick it up. Still going to be Venezia ball, but you got to like the fact that Monaco are getting after it with 4.5 minutes remaining, up 21 points.
And they seem to only know one way to play, don't they? Hard. Let's like see.
Edgin. Chiloy. Back to Hagens. And Hagens got it off just in time with the shot clock. 85-66. Looks like it's just going to be too tall of an order today against this Monaco team for Venezia. I think Venezia realized at halftime what level of intensity the game was being played at, and they just can't. This is too much for them to come back from. You got to start ready.
It's the second quarter. They just got blitzed. 21-12. That's opened the game. They've lost every quarter, but that was the one that only really got blown away in. Even here in this fourth, it feels like they're being really having a hard time. But in reality, it's just 12-11 in favor of Monaco.
Look at D-balls, take it away from Vigiano.
Zach Wright's on the floor.
Into C, and Zach Wright writhing in pain under the basket.
He's going to get trampled on there. He did a good job to roll away.
That's the last thing you want in this situation, is to get hurt.
What you got? The hit? You got the hit. No. Stay down.
Yeah, he's been hitting the head. So they're going to take it easy. That's probably going to be the last that we see of Zach Wright. Saying his neck's hurt. His neck hurts. Watch this. Oh, it was C, Admiral C that got him. So often happens in the strap, you end up getting sent out of the game by a teammate.
And with TV, there's no escaping that either. Usually C would go, no, it wasn't me, it was this other guy. But he's going to be found out.
Who's come back in? Ouattara?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's all Venezia need now. Chiloy behind the back pass. And McGee's going to come back in as well for Tonut. Quick pass to Hagens. Nowhere to go. And that's where it's only natural for him to want to go straight up with it. But you know what? At this level, you got to pass it.
Two defenders there as well. Credit to Monaco, just surrounding him.
I like how the refs have done this. They've let him play, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done an excellent job today. Third quarter, we had a lot of whistles, so just kind of get control of the game again. They play when they need to.
So Philoy's played hard today, that's for sure. Look at this. Trying to keep up with D-Boss. It's not easy to do. Three or four remaining. It's the Basketball Champions League Final Four, third place game. And AS Monaco are in command. They have been really since the second quarter. So it looks like they're going to end up finishing third unless some dramatic comeback happens. And then it'll be on to Iberostar Tenerife hosting Banvit in what promises to be the mother of all Basketball Champions League finals. Jordan Theodore, crowned MVP, will try to lead Bambit to a big win in Spain, and that is going to be tough to do. Higgins gets up. Boy, he had nice height. Nice release point on that. Got a little bit of arc on the shot. I think Higgins looks better now than he did earlier in the season. Here's Voss, hands it off, and Vigiano over to Filloy, spins to get away from Gladier. McGee open, and Davies another rebound.
What a game he's had, Davies.
He's got a double-double, doesn't he?
No, just 7 rebounds, just 17 points.
But he's
plus minus of 20 as well. So if you think they're only leading by 18.
Zarapovic says it went off of Monaco, so the Vigiano defense leads to the turnover, but Higgins goes out. Ordner comes back in. Rigo comes in. Filloy, and gets to the ball. Back to a 15-point deficit.
Second half. Did he score in the first half, Filloy? He's got 10 now.
Filloy had at halftime
5.
no points.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's done all of his scoring in the second half. He started in the second half. Edgen comes out. Voss, fade away, good. He's really just gotten better.
Yeah.
In the second half of this, in the latter part of the season, shall we say. Conant again, puts his head down, now pulls up, knocks it in. Oh, you know, I think Venezia haven't given up. And they've shown a little bit of fight here. And maybe that'll be something that the coach will remark on, or at least some of the players.
They look like they're going to win the fourth quarter, which is a good sign. They haven't given up in this game.
Voss puts up another 3. And Vigiano chases it down, makes a very difficult pass that was almost intercepted by Davies. Filloy. And fouled from behind. And the Beer Star Tenerife fans have come in from their Sunday siesta, and now they're ready for the Sunday fiesta. Going to be pretty loud in here for the final. Tenerife taking on Bambit. In the meantime, Filloy keeps having some success here in the second half. 12 points for him. He's you got Higgins and Haynes each with 13 points leading the way, and you've got 5 players in double figures for the team in white, Monaco. Rigo, wow, no hesitation. Nice shot for him. 91-75 rather. Tonu drives in, misses, follows up his own shot.
12 players have scored now for Monaco.
So Tadeo also has come into the game, number 8, the young man. I haven't seen Visconti at the Final Four, have we? Played during the year. Must not have made the trip, but that's it. The final seconds ticking off the clock. And well done, AS Monaco. You really came out today to let everybody know how good you are. We are duly impressed. 91-77 the win over Umana Reyer Venezia. Congratulations to both of these teams on a great Basketball Champions League season, and best of luck to each as they get ready to go into their domestic playoffs. Monaco win it by 14 points. So just 5 of 19 for Monaco from the arc, but inside the arc, boy, they were just 60%. They were pretty much unstoppable. Venezia actually closed the gap on the boards, but the damage had already been done.
15 offensive rebounds for Monaco, and so many of them just led to easy points as well.
And Davies had the 17 points and actually finished with 7 rebounds. Look at that. Ramos had 7 rebounds for Venezia.
There's so many
Paul
guys.
with 5 steals.
Yeah. So many guys who had great games for Monaco. 5 players in double figures.
You know, as we lead this game, I mean, we have to talk about Ouattara. He's given us some looks to remember, hasn't he?
He had 5 rebounds in the game, 4 offensive as well. So he's one of the 5 double-figure scorers, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 turnovers, 50% from the field as well. So impressive from him. Monaco, 12 players scored as well. Everybody played their part.
Is he a player that we can expect big things from, do you think?
Ouattara? I think he's got to become more consistent offensively rather than just an explosive athlete. But yeah, he
did attempt some threes, didn't he? He hit a 3 or 2.
Oh, and he can make the 3. He's not a bad three-point shooter. It's just the decision-making for me sometimes with him knowing when to shoot and, you know, what's a great shot for him, but it's just 25, so got a long time to go yet.
So those are the 3rd place medallions that will go to Amarasi, who is running back out onto the court, and his Monaco teammates. Recognition, and obviously that was something else that they wanted to play for. It wasn't just about club pride. They wanted to leave here with something hanging around their necks, although some of them might put it in their suitcases. I would suggest they just wear it. Take it off when you go through airport security. So, Zvezdan Mitrovic, they're standing courtside. How do you evaluate the job that he did in this Final Four?
Well, I thought today A+. You know, the question marks yesterday about the tactics they tried yesterday backfired against them by fouling or using their fouls, but there's not much they could have done against that. They do have a very talented roster, but I think it's job well done for Monaco. They don't have extensive European experience, as we said. You know, they've only come these last 2 years into the 1st division in French basketball. So yeah, I thought they did a good job.
Lloyd, I was wrong. It's the referees that have gotten the medals. It's not the players. Congratulations. No, just joking. Zarapovic, Mihalidis, and Glisic. Look at them. Those guys have to do a lot of traveling, don't they?
Yeah, well, this is a pinnacle of their career as well. Let's not forget. You know, these guys don't get here by luck. They've gone through the season. They put in performances. They've been assessed and ranked, and they have got to this stage because of their performances, just like the players have.
And let's be clear about this. When these referees come to events like this, they are in their off time being critiqued by referees, coordinators, and looking at game films and looking at ways they can improve. So it's not just a joyride for them. But then again, they're not digging ditches. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would like to have that job. Here's the Venezia fans looking on what might have been. I'm not sure they would have anticipated making it to the Final Four at the start of the year. And I think Walter de Rafael is disappointed, really. Maybe we didn't see the best of his team, but also you have to take on board they made it this far, didn't they?
Yeah, again, for them, I think solid season. They didn't have the best record in the regular season. They've come in, made the Final Four, great achievement for them. And also that season that they're having in the Serie A in Italy as well has got to be considered. So, we're talking about a team that come in 5th position last year. So, they're back to the heights where they were a couple of years ago in 2015 when they finished 2nd. So, no, solid work also for them.
We didn't see the best from Melvin Edgen or Hervelia Peric, and for them, I think to be successful, they need those guys making plays, offensively especially. So maybe they'll raise their games for the Italian League playoffs. There they are. I think on balance, the full body of work, well done to Umana Reyer Venezia. Benjamin Ortner, the veteran. And it's interesting with the Marcy, what he said the other day was, listen, I've been playing professional basketball since 1999, and I've never been to a Final Four. So in that context, this just making it this far was huge for all of these guys. Of course, guys like Edgen have played for Canada in very big games. So all these basketball events are big, aren't they?
Yeah. No, it's just interesting thinking of the success of French teams in European basketball. You go back to Limoges, teams like that, but in recent years, French teams haven't made too many Final Fours. But this year, that's changed. You look at the FIBA Euro Cup, 2 French teams make the final in Nanterre and Chalon, and now Monaco, an impressive 3rd place as well here in the Basketball Champions League.
Look at those beautiful medals being brought out to the middle of the court. Patrick Komenos there in the dark suit on the right is the chief executive of the Basketball Champions League. There's Vestin Mitrovic now. Interesting, the music is bittersweet by the Verve. They've won it, yes, but they didn't win it overall. But nevertheless, they have gotten their medals. Marcy, Yakuba Ouattara, Zach Wright, Jamal Schuler, Dee Bost, Sergi Gladier, Paul Rigaud, Brandon Davies, Jordan Abudu, and Fofana.
Kane and Medley out there.
Fofana, right? Bangoli Fofana.
Collector's trophy. Good to see.
And they have really, both of these teams, but I have to say Monaco especially, have really given us a lot of fun this season watching them. They've had their fair share of highlight reel plays, to put it mildly.
And over the body of work, you've got to give them credit. 12-2 in the regular season, 1st place in Group A.
There's the captain, by the way, the Admiral.
Yeah.
Marcy.
Defeating Ike, defeating Sassari as well.
There's Nicanor Medley, who wasn't able to play today. He comes out to get his medal. Jamal Schuler. He's got such interesting game. He could fit into any team, Schuler, couldn't he?
Yeah.
And help him. Gladier. Wonderful to see him at the Eurobasket this summer for Ukraine. I love the enthusiasm, though, by the Basketball Champions League. The people that work there have absolutely pulled out all stops to make this the best competition that they could. They've connected with the players all season long. They tried to make this a special event. It has been. I mean, what a great place for a Final Four. Tenerife.
Yeah, beautiful. I like this, it means something as well to have this celebration of the 3rd place game. The players have gone out here, they've fought hard across this 40 minutes. It wasn't a game that you sometimes see in the 3rd and 4th playoff, and I like the fact that they've celebrated that with this presentation as well.
So how to see the captain, the Admiral, in his only Final Four, will leave with a medal. And look, they're trying to put Monaco basketball on the map. And people are waking up in Monaco to the fact that they've got themselves a very good basketball team. No doubt about it.
This is the rise of a new power in French basketball. Said regular season champions in Pro A last year. Now looking like they might repeat that going into the playoffs. They won the Leaders' Cup 2 years in a row, so you know it looks like domination is starting to come from Monaco.
It's interesting also that France has had the it's been a league where they've had teams emerge to come through the lower echelons, the lower leagues, like Nanterre.
Yeah.
And now you've got Monaco. And that's what it's all about. I mean, if you can win promotion and get into that top flight, why not dream of competing in Europe, having that opportunity, and the Basketball Champions League has recognized that and given these guys a chance to put themselves on the map even more. Look at that. I want to get a photo with the man that was dunking the ball. Ouattara. There you go, Yakuba. And Jamal Schuler. And that's the other thing I've noticed with Monaco. They really do connect with their fans. So that's great to see. So they're the third place game winners. And as you look at the highlights, Lloyd, you're going to see quite a few of this. Quite a few of these plays. And one dunk after another from the likes of Fofana, Ouattara, C. And it was just domination, certainly of the high-flying variety. Here it is again. I don't know about you, but I think I prefer the two-handed dunk to the one-handed dunk. Any comment on that?
Any dunk can look good for me.
So Haynes scored on that one. We were wondering how he scored that. That was definitely of high degree of difficulty. Both he and Jamel Higgins had 13 points. Ariel Feloy finished with 12. And again, that was perhaps the dunk that really captured everybody's imagination. I mean, to come through the middle of the lane with somebody on your back and somebody in front of you, and just to go up and throw it down with some authority. And look at him, he's looking over at those Monaco fans, saying, that was for you. Get up, let's go. And that was Amada C, the captain, with his dunk getting out ahead, catching the pass from D-Bost. So Monaco convincing winners in the third place game. That second quarter is when they really lowered the boom. They started out leading it, but really they poured 26 first quarter points, which is always a good sign for them. It's a terrible sign for the team that lets them do it. And then they piled on the Misery in the second, outscoring them 21-12. And they went to halftime leading it 47-33. And it's pretty much, they just stayed in command the rest of the way. Paul Rigo was able to hit this one late in the contest. That was his signature shot. And then it was congratulations, the sportsmanship after the game. Well done, Walter de Rafael, telling everybody, Zvezdan Mitrovic and all the players, good job. So the boat ride will go back, and what do we have to do to get ready to play in Italy? I think they've got a game coming up next against Dinamo Sassari. And these were the medals that have gone to AS Monaco. So well done, Amara C. Well done, AS Monaco. You have finished third. You leave Tenerife. You enter the changing room with the medals And it's always good to leave an event on the back of a win rather than a defeat. Look at that. I think the neck feels a little bit better now for Zach Wright. Platinum.
Hey, y'all know how much we need. How much money?
Wonder what Coach Mitrovic is going to tell his guys now. They're going to go over some plays, or is he just going to say, guys, we're just going to switch off, take some time off, go back to the hotel, or do you want to stick around and watch the final? I wonder if they've given him some seats. I hope so. Who would want to be a coach? Amara C says, Coach, I want it back. There's Zach Wright holding his neck. There's Watara. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. That's the third place game, and it's been won once again by Monaco 91-77 over Umana Reyer Venezia. Coming up next, it's the showpiece event, the Iberostar Tenerife against Banvit, the final.